Hey guys, welcome back. Thanks for watching. I make things on the guitar easy to understand. I love helping people reach their personal best. I love making things easy to understand on the guitar, and I love to break all the myths that are out there. So today I'm going to explain why it is so vital and important to make sure that all of your playing has vibrato in it all the time. Now I know what you're thinking. What is that all about? Well, let me just explain real quickly, because my videos are never longer than a few minutes. Vibrato is something that you hear all the time. It's just done so smoothly you don't recognize it. And that's why you need to have it in your playing all the time. If you want to reach your personal best, well, then you're going to need some mastery of the vibrato skill. So let me explain how this works and how simple it really is, because I'm all about making things easy peasy. So let's get started. Vibrato is something that you need to incorporate in just about everything you do. It's in just about everything you hear. But because it is done so smoothly and so effortlessly, you don't always recognize it. So let me just go over a few basic things. Bending, vibrato are related to sliding. So we're going to show you why bending and vibrato are so vital to your sliding moves and how all three of them really work as one big move. So let me demonstrate a few things for you. The first thing I want to demonstrate for you is this. When you do a bending move, you're going to need vibrato. When you do a sliding move, a lot of the time, most of the time, you're going to need vibrato. Let me show you a few examples. If you come into just a basic note, you can't let it die, and you don't want to leave it like that. So you're going to need to put a little vibrato on that note. So vibrato, the best way to learn vibrato when you're starting out, or if you've still got something to learn about it, is to use your second and third fingers. The reason is there's more control with two fingers over one. And the third finger is the finger you're going to use to control all of your vibrato most of the time. There will be times when we'll use another finger. We'll get to that at the end of the video. But the basic concept here is that you need the second and third fingers together when you're going to do a vibrato move. So how it relates to bending is like this. When you bend a note with the third finger, you just don't know always. You don't always know ahead of time when you're going to want to throw a vibrato move in. So to guarantee that you can always be ready to put a vibrato move on a note, you always, when you slide with the third finger into a note, you never slide like that. You never slide with one finger. You always, 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 always slide with two fingers. And it's always the second and third. Always. Because every professional, incredible player does it like that. Always. And that's why. And here's the example. When you come in, you bring the fingers in. When you have both of them together, you have full control, and you can decide at the very last minute if you want to throw a little vibrato on that note. Now, if you come into a note and you don't vibrato it, the note is dead. You must put the vibrato on the note. And the only way to do that with serious quality control is the third finger in the note you're looking to bend, which is my A note on the G string, and the second finger will back it up for support. And it's that simple. If I come into the fourth string, and I bring the one finger in because I know I'm not finished with the lick, so I might slide in with one finger, but then when I go to the last note, which would be this A note, my two fingers are going to come down together because I know I'm going to anticipate the vibrato move. So I'm going to do this. One finger, two fingers. You're going to end every single lick that you would have normally ended with one third finger with that one finger. You're going to now end them with two. Every single time. Unless you know you're not stopping on that note. For example, I didn't stop on the note, so I used one finger. But then when I got down to this last note, you saw 2 fingers. So there's a move you're going to have to learn to do. Especially when you're in the higher strings like this. Let's say you're in this pentatonic box and you're going like this. And then you want to bend that note. You're not going to go to this. You're going to do this. Or put them both down again. So it's either you're transferring out of this finger, or you're going to do this. But you're never, ever, ever going to do this. That's the secret to vibrato. You must use second and third finger all the time. Unless, again, like I said at the end of the video, I will explain the one time you're not. That one time you won't use the 2 fingers is when you're going to use one finger, and that would be the first finger. And I would only suggest that after you've mastered the second and third, because you're going to use the second and third finger 70 to 80% of the time, and you use the first finger 20 or 30% of the time. You're really going to use the second and third a lot more. So when you're in an area where you need where it's a wider stretch like this, the exercise goes like this. You're going to practice bringing the pinky in. When that pinky's up, you're going to practice bringing the second and third in together. Third finger being where the pinky was, and the second finger backing it up a fret behind. And then you're going to continue the move like this. You got to get this move down of transferring from this to that evenly. So these second and third fingers, these fingers, they need to be traveling around your guitar together all the time. So if you were doing a move like this, then you see the second and third coming together for the vibrato move. So it's pairing up these 2 fingers together that's really going to solidify your vibrato technique. When these 2 guys travel together, birds of a feather flock together, you're not going to make a mistake. You will be in enough control over the note. Notice I dropped those 2 guys in no matter where I am. They're going to come in together. You cannot put the third finger down by itself unless you know you're going to pass through that note and you don't need the vibrato move. But for vibrato, you need second and third finger all the time. So you play them and practice moving those fingers together like these moves I just showed you. So you can go from this, and then the last note will be the second and third together. Guys, that is the secret to vibrato. There really is nothing else to it. Just learn to put a little vibrato on the end of all your licks, and they will add so much more life to them. And you'll have all the control you need when you learn to use the second and third fingers together. And then when you're good at that, you go learn how to do the 1 finger vibrato by itself as well. Guys, thanks for watching. Subscribe to my channel if you like what you're seeing. Please comment below and let me know what it is you want to see. And I will make a video to help you out with whatever it is you're trying to learn. Thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next video.